Liberty 10s. You're gonna get 24 karat gold. Mike, how do you say that? Orem?
Orem, yeah,
Orem.
it's just a kind of a trade name.
Okay,
Doesn't mean
so
anything.
your Orem, and your choice of notes. We have the 1 note for $19.95. We've got the 5 notes for $89.95, and then the 10 notes for $179.95. And this is real 24 karat gold. It's done a proprietary process that
it's unbelievable. It's the coolest
really
thing you've ever seen.
Those were on fire the last time we worked together.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I got those.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about those. Look at this. Those are still to come.
These are sheets of pure 24 karat gold.
Those make such great gifts.
These are sheets of pure 24 karat gold.
Yeah, those are still to come, so stay tuned. We just wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up in this hour. But as we continue on, let's talk about America the Beautiful National Park Quarter Series. These have been wildly popular.
Oh,
we cannot even keep them in stock. Now, this is brand new today. It is 5 ounces of pure silver. We are looking at, this is going to be the Roosevelt. It's $189.95. We've got 4 flexible payments of $47.49 to get it at home. But this is, I mean, Mike, it's just so cool to see this size. It's big, it's bold. I mean, it's massive.
It is the largest
Look at it
silver
in comparison.
It is the largest silver coin ever made by the United States government. Bar none. It's not even close. They started them in 2010 with the America the Beautiful series. And they have become one of the most desirable collectible coins put out by the United States government. The 2010s, unfortunately, are already, I think we have a few of them on HSN.com. They're about $1,000 a coin. You look at the 2011s, a couple of those are affordable. By the 2012s, like the Hawaii, I think the Hawaii's an $800 coin or $700 coin.
So we're seeing that much of a jump.
We're seeing a big jump because what happens is by authorizing legislation, and I talk about that a lot, because, you know, Congress has to authorize them to make a coin. They can only make 120,000 of each one of these coins to start with. So by definition, not a single one of these 5-ounce coins will be any rarer than the 3rd rarest American silver eagle. I mean, that's just the way that it is, period, okay? It just can't be any rarer than, or there can't be any more of them than that. In other words, the vast majority of them would be the 2nd rarest American silver eagle. And that coin, by the way, the 1st rarest sells for about $10,000. The 2nd rarest sells for about $1,000. That's the mintages of these coins. By the way, they have an ounce of silver. This has got 5 ounces of pure silver. 5 ounces of pure silver. Well, we have sold thousands and thousands and thousands of these coins. As a matter of fact, we're one of the largest retailers of these coins in the United States. They just released the Teddy Roosevelt. So just now, today, I'm releasing the Teddy Roosevelt. We've sold 130. 131, 132, as we've done of these. So if you bought the Shawnee from us, you bought the Bombay Hook, you bought the Saratoga, and those are all, most of those are sold out. I think I have a few Harper's Ferries. We're going to spend a few minutes after this on a few of the individual coins I have.
I think you only have like 2 dozen or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen. I have a few White Mountains.
The Saratoga, there's like 35 left.
So I got 35 of the Saratogas. I got some Cumberland Gaps. Well, what we've done is people have started collecting these because, first of all, they want the storehouse of value. I mean, you've got 5 ounces of pure silver here. So you've got 5 ounces of pure silver to start with. Now understand, a 5-ounce bar, and I think I've got it right here in this catalog. They have a 5-ounce silver bar. It's $189.95. And it's just 5 ounces, and you know, anybody with a silver bar making machine.
Silver bar.
Yeah, just a plain silver bar is $189.95. Understand there's no coin involved in that. I got it right here. Yeah, I'm sorry, 189 even.
Oh, okay.
5 troy ounces, 189 bucks, okay?
But what about the numismatic value?
Oh, well, that's, if this was made out of copper, you have to understand it would still be significantly valuable. The original, now the mintage on the Teddy Roosevelts, as we speak right now, the mintage on the Teddy Roosevelts is probably, at this point, I'm going to guess somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000, which makes it twice as rare, almost on par. Now, they may make it up to 120, but you just don't know. because the United States government doesn't tell us. They don't sell them directly to the United States public also, by the way, in the uncirculated version of this. So all of that is of crucial and critical importance as well. Like I said, 150, 155 of these sold.
And we don't have as many as we normally do, Mike, when we launch these here at HSN. So to be able to get this on 4 flexible payments of $47.49, take advantage of that. You still have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't care where you go to buy coins. I've had my husband order coins, Mike, and they show up in a little sandwich baggie. And, you know, it's like, oh, no, it's your coin. You keep it, and you don't get flex pays. So here at HSN, we love to flex that spending power. So take advantage. And then that way you can get more than one.
We have these custom holders that we had to have made to put these things in, because when they come to you, they are gem brilliant uncirculated is what they are.
Massive, the size, the weight.
Well, it's over a quarter of a pound of silver. Now, and once again, I want to impress upon you the rarity from a coin standpoint, because understand this is a quarter. This is the largest silver coin made by the United States government, bar none. It is the largest silver coin made by the United States government. It is the brand new one. The government released these. They could be done, and that would be done, gone, and over. I got every single solitary one that I could get my hands on, and I got about 600 coins. We are about a third of the way sold through that right now. I got about 180 coins sold. I've got every single, all the phones are going. I suggest hsn.com, because then, of course, you can also look at the back of your coins with that as well. So that's of crucial and critical importance. I had hoped to spend a significant amount of time here, but we actually might not spend as much time as we thought, simply because of how quickly. That's right, because we are looking very, very quickly, at a very quick sellout within these, because of the limited quantity is what we've got.
Yeah, and you're going to see a 5-minute clock go up on the screen with just about 400 of these remaining. That is it. Mike works really hard along with HSN and our buyers to get more in stock for you, but you can see the sheer size. It is the largest silver coin the U.S. Mint makes, and you can see not only how cool the coin is, but if you're going to be giving this as a gift, this is so impressive. Anyone, Mike, I always love to pick them up. I don't know if we can get some other years, so I'm not pulling them out of the shop, but they're just so cool.
Maybe they can bring us the rest of the coins.
Maybe they can bring me some of the other. Yeah, that would be great. Because I think when you see it and you hold it, I mean, it really is such a cool coin. There's nothing like it.
No. And when you say that, the off people, oh, there's nothing like it. No, there's really, literally nothing like it, okay?
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you do. Well, actually, very often you do.
Yes,
you have to understand, Robin has become a very astute coin collector over the course of the years. And while we have fun, in essence, on the show, she knows exactly what she's talking about, and she knows exactly what she's doing. And like I said, she's a very selective collector. I am. And I know that you collect these.
These are so in my...
These are totally 100% in your collection. And here's one of the reasons why, if you ask me, and then we'll talk to Robin and she'll tell us as well. I'm going to guess.
Right. Okay.
The intrinsic value, of course, is very alluring, the fact that you have 5 ounces of silver. Then, like I said, as an astute collector, you understand rarity, what rarity means, the mintage of these mean. And then you have the thematic. Now, we've sold the Shawnee National Forest, and a lot of people are going, okay, whatever that is. Bombay, okay, whatever that is. You know, Sandy, you know, all of these things that we've got. Everybody knows who Theodore Roosevelt is. Right. So what happens is now you've got an extra theme to this. So there's Teddy Roosevelt looking out over the Badlands of North Dakota. This is the Teddy Roosevelt, and that's the park. It's not just Teddy Roosevelt. It's the Teddy Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota is why they have that right there. You can see
for like miles.
Well, you actually can. Actually, my wife's family's from North Dakota. I've spent an awful lot of time in North Dakota.
I would love to go.
It's absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking country, in all honesty. And then you've got that and Teddy Roosevelt surveying that. Now, once again, and perhaps we can show them what our quantities of these that have sold, which is very important. We've just put these out today. 235 already gone in just a heartbeat, folks. In just a heartbeat. Unfortunately, too, and you can see going very quickly, many people buying multiples because they started with the Cumberland Gaps. Let's say you started with the Saratogas. Let's say you started with the Harper's Ferries. Now, here's the other issue. It wasn't that long ago, as a matter of fact, at the beginning of this program, that these coins melted for $250. You have to understand, if silver goes back to $50 an ounce, and it's up 25 or 35% this year, okay? This coin melts for 250 bucks. And make no mistake about it, people melt these coins, sadly. Now look at this. Robin's got some of the other ones there. That's a pound and a quarter of silver.
I mean,
that's 20 ounces of pure silver right here. One last thing. They come in tubes of 10 from the United States Mint. I've neglected to bring one of the ones that I have from home. If you order 10, I'll give you an original mint tube. And they're a big tube with a blue top on it so that you can get that. So if you order 10, I'll give you an original mint tube. So that's a guarantee as well. These are fantastically, amazingly popular. Like I said, we're about to hit 300 sold on these. I got about a minute 20 there. We may give you an extra half a minute or a minute because I think every single phone line kind of going anyway on this. So let's kind of review. The America the Beautiful, and I want to really explain to you the difference between this and like the silver bars. Look, we sell lots of silver bars here. The 4-ounce silver bar that we sold, tremendously popular. We sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those. Those are bars. All they really are is they're kind of cool looking and they're silver. So they're silver bars. This is a coin. It is substantially, substantively different. This is a numismatic collectible. It is on the order of a gold eagle. It's on the order of an American silver eagle. It's on the order of any type of coin that you look like. And as a coin, it has got significant numismatic value. In other words, that is collector value is what that has got. And that's of significant, significant, significant importance when to your collectability. The next thing that you look at that is condition. These are brand new right off the mint, gem brilliant, uncirculated out of original government tubes. The other thing is most people do not understand just how rare these coins are. The fact that the maximum mintage, and they vary in mintage, is 120,000. And the government has made virtually none of the coins to mintage of 120,000. The average mintage is about 65,000. Which makes it, if it was a silver eagle, the second rarest silver eagle, fitting between basically a $10,000 coin and a $1,000 coin. Except that this coin, each one of these, has got 5 ounces of pure silver. Has got 5 ounces of pure silver. This is the brand new one. So if you're one of the people, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of you, that have collected the back years, that have already bought Bombay Hook, Saratoga, Cumberland Gap, Shawnee National, and bought all those from us. This is the next one you want to add to your collection at my original issue price, where I can still get them at the absolute positive lowest price. Keeping in mind that just the silver in these has gone up 25, almost 35% so far this year. So we are now over, and if we can show that, you can see our sold. 321. I've got hundreds of people on the phone. And Allison, one last thing as we're kind of getting done here, the left counter. There you go. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
She was reading my mind. That's
she
fantastic,
was.
Isn't that? So, like you can see, we are well under 300 now left, well over 300 sold on our initial presentation. So please, please, please take advantage.
That's right. And when you take advantage, don't forget, you can use any major credit card, and then you can use 4 flexible payments if you wish. Those 4 flexible payments is better than layaway because we're not holding this coin for 4 months until it's paid off, and then we ship it to you after 4 months. No, you pay as you own it, as you have it, as you inspect it, and you're going to fall in love with it. Just the sheer size of the coin alone, it's just incredibly cool. There's no other coin like it. When you get it at home, if you've been building your collection like I have, then you definitely want to get the newest one to be released. You want to be able to get the Teddy Roosevelt. This is one of those coins that for $47.49 on 4 monthly installments on your credit card, I kind of pulled out all, not kinda, I did.
I've just turned 4 of these into bullion.
I love it. I love
well, I mean, you know, now they're really not terribly collectible now as coins because as I do this. But I just wanted you to.
But you can hear.
You can hear the value.
Right.
You can in essence hear the value. And what I have word of now, we have so few of these remaining.
That's right. Use express ordering.
Use express ordering. I'm going to actually give you another couple of seconds here, and then we're going to go to all these, and I'll give you a quick little preview. We're going to actually do these. There's the Saratoga. There's the Harper's Ferry back in stock for the first time. Cumberland Gap and Shawnee. We'll spend a minute or two on those here in just a minute.
We have 188 of the Shawnee.
Everything else, I think, we're in dozens.
I mean, the Cumberland Gap, 58 of the Cumberland Gap.
And we'll get to those here in a second. But what I want to do is give everybody the opportunity, like the Shawnees. They made about 100,000 of the Shawnees. Makes it only the second rarest silver eagle ever done. We sold I think 12,000 of those.
Right.
So understand, we are the largest single point retailer of the American the Beautifuls. The other thing that people don't realize is the United States government does not sell these directly to the United States public. They sell a satin finish version for significantly more money, but this is the regular uncirculated version, okay? They only go through a system of what are called authorized purchasers, folks. Only go through a system of what are called authorized purchasers. Fortunately, there's only 12 of those in the United States, okay? And we are, I'm at the top of the list of 2 of them for buying these, where I can kind of get every single solitary one available. That's how I got 600 coins, okay?
Which in the pittance is not a lot.
Well, yeah, in what amounts to 15 minutes, we're going to sell 600 coins.
That's right.
is ultimately what it comes down to. And as you can see right now, we're about to be over, and I want to show you this in our last. We'll do maybe another 30 seconds or so here. We're about to go. There you go, 397. I wanted to show you this. Over 400 sold here in just one half a minute or 20 or 30 seconds here. So we're going to go over 400 sold. We're down to 220 left. So over 2/3 sold out, over 2/3 sold out on the Teddy Roosevelt in a single area. Now, to put that into a different perspective, 2,000 ounces of silver. So that's 120 pounds. 120 pounds of silver now gone as well. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up here. What's the next one that we're going to do here?
We are going to go Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry, which I have just restocked, okay?
Which we have
do you want me to switch these out?
It's interesting enough that you say that you just restocked it, but we have far less of that than we did of the Roosevelt, and there's only 400 of those to
Yes,
go around.
and I only restocked this for the very first time. I sold this, we sold out every single one of them. I couldn't get any more, and then one of my guys said, out of the blue, the Mint sent me 400. How many do you want? And I said, well, that would be all of them.
I'll take them all.
I'll take them all. Because of all the ones that I have of the Harper's, the 5-ounce ATBs, the Harper's Ferry has been the most difficult to get of the 2016s. The Mint is done making these, by the way.
Okay,
just because
so
they
they're not
shipped
putting
them.
any more out.
No. Those are already done. I think the mintage on Harper's Ferry is going to end up maybe 60,000, maybe 60,000 if you're lucky.
So even though if Congress commissions, as you say, right, to put, they don't always fulfill the entire thing?
No. There's an allowable mintage. What the Mint is allowed to do is make the coins based on how busy they are.
Oh.
Well, and we have the
don't
proof,
they see that?
and we have we have the 2016 Eagle coming out.
Right.
Okay, that's
so they're busy
incredibly popular. We just have the 1/4-ounce standing gold Liberty Gold quarter coming out. That's a huge deal. Okay, so they're busy with that, and so all of a sudden, and then if let's say the Silver Eagles go crazy, understand this takes 5 ounces of silver. The government does not have any more silver. There's no strategic silver reserve in the United States government anymore. They've used it all for coins.
Can't go to Fort Knox?
No, that's all gold.
Oh, gold, right.
But we don't get any gold from that.
Right.
And so they have to literally buy this on the open market. And then they have to make them into blanks. They don't make the blanks. Another company makes the blanks for them to strike the coins on. And so because of that, they can't do those things, and there's only so many of these they can buy. There's only so much work that they can do. And so what happens is it creates tremendous rarity based on the popularity of other coins. Well, virtually at this time of the year, everything the United States government is making, we got the Proof Eagle coming out. We're going to have the Satin Finish Eagle 30th anniversary coming out. We've got all those coins coming out. So you know what that leads to the Mint to do? They are overwhelmed. We still have the President Reagan Queen and Chronicles set to come out. We still have the Satin Finish set to come out. We've got all of these incredible coin sets to come out, and the government is overwhelmed. The Mint is absolutely, positively overwhelmed. That means that these coins right here, they're done making the Harper's Ferry. I think the Teddy Roosevelts are going to be spectacularly rare, personally. I mean, that's just my personal thought and feeling on this. So here's the Harper's Ferry if you missed those. So once again, for those of you tuning in, you look at that, of course, your thought on this is, OMG.
Right.
What is that?
Well,
this is the largest silver coin, pure silver, 5 ounces, ever made by the United States government. Most people don't realize, and many coin collectors don't realize they've been making these since 2010. The 2010 coins, I think we may have some on hsn.com.
Yeah, maybe Allison can see if she can find.
They're like $1,000 a piece.
Wow.
I mean, I have the 5-coin set. I think it's $4,700.
Right. So, Mike, by the time that we figure it, not you, but the normal shopper, me, those of you watching, and we go, okay, oh, those are really popular. Those are going to be rare. Then when you finally do decide to jump on the boat, then you're going to be paying significantly more. So why wait for that to happen? Get it now and get it at this price before they start to exponentially increase in price. And then you could take advantage of the 4 flexible payments so that way you don't miss out and you can build your collection.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go. We got to stick to the schedule here. I know every phone line's going. I'm going to go. Here's the Cumberland Gap.
67.
I got 60.
Oh, 57.
57.
Pardon me.
Unless you got 10 at the house, we have 57.
Oh, hold on.
Okay,
no,
yeah, because these are sold out as well from the Mint. I don't think that they're making these anymore. I know they're not shipping the APs anymore on these. So there's the Cumberland Gap. We got a quick 2 minutes here. I got 5. I don't have 5 dozen. I have 57 coins. So now we've got the vast majority. As a matter of fact, I have with the Shawnees, and I'm going to show you the Shawnee here in just a minute. That will be all the 2016 coins. Now, I've been selling the Cumberlands for a while, so now you see customer pick. I've shipped enough of these. And I think they're going to do about 75,000 of the Cumberlands. We'll see what the final mintage is. So still rarer than every Silver Eagle except the 95W, which is a $10,000 coin. As a matter of fact, every single one of them, if you look at the reverse proof American Silver Eagles, they made about 250,000 of all those except the 2011. Those coins, I don't know that I can sell you any of those coins for $189. These coins are 2 to 3 times rarer, to 4 to 5 times rarer, contain 5 times the silver, contains 5 times the silver. Okay, and I got 47 left. I got 100-something people
they're
on.
Going quick.
Yeah, these are going to go. Yeah, thanks. We have a left counter. I think
it's like an
that's
auction.
very, very, very important on this, and they're going to count down. So these are kind of the last of my Cumberland Gaps, unfortunately. And that's just what happens. Is what we're going to do. Yeah, absolutely. Once we get down there, unfortunately, we're going to have to sell this out once we get the quantities down there. Is what this is going to do. So the Cumberland Gap. So if you don't have that, let's say you just jumped in on the Teddy Roosevelt, it's your first one. Please get the Cumberland Gap. Please get the Harper's Ferry. Please get the Shawnee because those are already done. The government's not doing those anymore. Okay,
These
this one I believe that's pretty much gone.
I was going to say.
What's our next one? Is it Sean?
The Saratoga.
Oh, good, okay.
But the Saratoga, Alice, and thank you for your orders on,
How many of the Saratogas?
Cumberland. We have 34.
Now these are 2005s. Okay, these are 2005s. How about just 1 minute on these? I think is all that's going to require. So that is
2015?
What? Yeah, that's a 2015.
Oh.
So that's last year's.
Oh, I thought you said 2005. I got
No, they didn't do them.
Oh,
2015.
I know. That's why I was, okay.
And like I said, I've only got 34. We had 37, 3 already picked off by our smart customers with that. So great opportunity to pick up the Saratogas here. The 2015s, like I said, long sold out. I was able to find a box of them basically, and this is all that I have remaining because we had orders kind of in the bank on these. I don't have wait list on these because I never know. Like silver went up, I think it was 23 cents today. So the silver in this went up $1.15.
Right.
5 ounces of pure silver. 5 ounces of pure silver. I would venture a guess. Here that those are probably just kind of that's all done on
these
the.
These are for 2 dozen now in the Saratoga. We're going to be stamping this one.
Yeah, if you're on the phone, stay on that. Okay.
And then what are you popping up next? The Shawnee.
I got to show you this.
200 on the Shawnee.
I got a few of the Shawnees. I got to show you something. See that right there?
Did someone drop it?
I dropped it.
You dropped it, Mike.
Dropped it. Look at that.
3 minutes or sell out here.
So whatever the mintage is, there's one less good one. Okay, so now it's just bullion.
Yeah, we will not be selling you that
yours
one.
Will be great.
Don't worry about that. But all of the choices have 4 flexible payments. 2 out of the 5, I think, have already sold out. If you want the Roosevelt, I think our producer Allison said, what, 100, a little over 100, 150 of those to go around. We've got 178 of the Shawnees to go around. They're all on 4 flexible payments as well. And look, another customer pick.
And understand, we've sold like 10,000 of these. I've sold the better part of 10% of the entire mintage of the Shawnees. Okay, I've sold better than 10% of the entire vintage. We've shipped out thousands and look at the customer pick. People get these, and you're gonna, this one is beat up.
It's got 9 5-star reviews.
Because when you look at it, there are certain things when you show people and give people and have people look at, they go,
you don't have another one?
Wow. I might.
You don't have another one somewhere?
I don't know, somewhere around there. I don't know.
Okay.
I dropped that one, so I'll replace it. I promise.
Okay.
It was my bad. And so what happened is and like I said, so we sold out the Saratogas, sold out Cumberland Gap, close to selling out of the Teddy Roosevelts, and then this is the other one of 2016. So if you got those 3 and the 2016, you're caught up to date for 2016. So we do we have another?
Yay!
Okay, well, I can retire that one.
You can retire. You can want to hand it to me.
There you go. That's Robin.
Thank you, Mike.
There you go. How about that? That's her. Look at that. 163 left. I have at least that many people on the phone, but they could be ordering the other coins as well. So continue. We're going to stay the full minute 20 on this. I think we may sell out the Shawnees. So let's go back to this. Okay, you're just tuning in. You're saying this is going crazy. What's happening here? What's happening here is we're giving you the opportunity to get in on the largest silver coins made by the United States government, by far. I mean, prior to this, it was like a 1-ounce coin, okay? Right. These are 5 ounces. I want to show you this for those of you that are unfamiliar. This is an actual coin. This isn't a bar or one of those things that's made like Dave's Medallion Shop or something like that. This is 999 fine silver, 5 ounces of pure silver, made and released by the United States government. That is a big deal. They are also, because they release 5 per year, the United States government makes these in extraordinarily limited quantities. Back-year coins sell for as much as $1,000 a coin. Now, you'll notice the price on the Shawnee is $10 less because silver went up $2 an ounce, so I have to go up $2 an ounce because of the silver, because they contain 5 ounces worth of silver.
Take advantage, and don't forget, we still have the final 150 of the Theodore Roosevelt available. But one other thing we are so very excited about, over 300 already spoken for the 30th anniversary of the Silver Eagle. Mike, this is also highly anticipated because of the edge lettering. It's never been done before, right?
Could be the most anticipated coin of the year. I mean, we got a lot of really great coins. This is the Proof American Eagle. It's the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle. What this has got is edge lettering that says 30th anniversary. It's not the regular, they're not going to do it in the mint state coin. Only in the proof coin are they doing the 30th anniversary that you've got here. So we've got the coin certified perfect 70 in our Annex first day of issue, which is available exclusively from us here at HSN. Still comes with the red oak presentation box. There's that 30th anniversary. Still comes with the red oak presentation box. Also comes with a certificate, good for 2 free coin gradings. With the value of the box and that, you have almost $50. There it is right there. Almost $50 in bonus. We have just shown this like this, what we call kind of our mentions, that we have almost 350 sold. Almost 350 sold on the mentions on this, folks. This is the coin we've all been waiting for. They usually release the proof coin in January. Because of the complexity of the edge lettering, that 30th anniversary, the mint has had to wait until September. That is your opportunity. This is your very first look. Look at the flex pay on that.
And not only the flex pay, you get the 2 coin grading certificate.
Oh, yeah.
So don't miss out on that. But we're going to check in with Gotta Watch Thursdays. You don't want to miss that.
Amy Morrison, and join me, Colleen Lopez, for
Gotta Watch Thursdays!
Gotta Watch Thursdays have you covered from head to toe. Join me for Beauty Report and meet our panel of beauty experts. They bump your beauty routine into the next level. Start with makeup artist Trish McAvoy. She's got a classic fall look. Then we get nails with top fashion manicurist Deborah Lippman. Plastic surgeon Dr. Savanor finds solutions to your skincare and transport and transform yourself in style on the list with Colleen Lopez. Curation's Caravan's next stop is Santa Fe, New Mexico. Get the ultimate global inspired look with this printed maxi dress or skirt. And be sure to stand out with the faux suede fringe jacket by Diego De Luca. Don't forget, all show products are on special pricing, and all beauty products are also on free shipping and handling. Join us starting at 7 p.m. on Thursday.
The Trish McAvoy line is very well edited, very easy to apply, effortless. Effortless beauty means putting yourself together, knowing that you've picked the right pieces. I always have the products that make a difference. Tools are always ignored, and I think they're so important. The power of makeup transforms. The power of makeup is what I do.
I'm Joy. I'm a mother, that's first and foremost. I'm curious, always curious. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm an inventor. So when I'm designing product, it's all about making everyday life simpler. I guess that's just how I look at things. I find a lot of inspiration from just living my everyday life. And I think, boy, every day's a gift. Make joyful discoveries every day.
There's so many things to love about HSN, but one thing that makes shopping here fun is FlexPay. Get it home now without the stress of paying all at once. Why pay full purchase price today when you can pay over time? Buy what you want now, pay it off later with your credit or debit card. FlexPay. It's that easy. Exclusively at HSN.
I said, Mike, you made me laugh. He got it wrong. Can you believe it? I'm just kidding. He got it right. We love to not only inform, educate, and shop all at the same time. That's why our trivia, we always have a good time with that. We are talking about opening up our HSN vault, and what a better way to open up our vault and get 24 karat gold. These have been wildly popular. The last time Mike and I were on, I think thousands upon thousands were spoken for. We have your choice of a 1 note, a 5 notes, or 10 notes. Now, obviously, the more you buy, the more you save. So if you get the 5 notes for $89.95, we're gonna save you almost $10. And then if you go up to the 10 notes, you're gonna save almost $20 by buying a bigger pack. So that takes you up to $179.95. We've got 2 flex on the 5 notes, and we've got 4 flex of $44.99 on the 10 pack. So kind of keep that in mind as you shop. But Mike, this is still relatively new to our customers. If we haven't seen it,
it's relatively new to everybody.
That's right.
This is the only place you can buy it on TV, by the way.
Right,
This is the
only place,
exclusive.
exclusive to HSN. What is it, and how did we do it?
Well, it's the newest technology of the newest technology of the newest technology. Here's what this is. I'm going to grab one of these. This is a sheet of 24 karat gold.
Real 24 karat.
Solid, right here, solid 24 karat gold. This is an actual sheet of pure 24 karat gold. What it is, we use the technology similar to, in essence, 3D printing, okay? But it's a patented process. That's why it's exclusive to us. Where we literally lay gold down atom by atom by atom. So this is 4 atoms of pure 24 karat gold. We then put a protective polyethylene, space age kind of polyethylene coating on it to protect it. So what you've got is the ability to have gold in transactable sizes. In other words, you can have gold for basically $17.99. You can have a sheet of gold for $17.99. I want to do something here. I'm going to put these down.
What do you mean 17? It's $19.95.
Well, if you buy 10, there's 17.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I've been carrying this one in my wallet and my pocket and my truck, and I drive a truck like this for about 3 weeks now. I have done everything in my power to
destroy it?
To destroy it. And I can tell you this right now, the way gold is, it's amazing that the polyethylene coat, like I said,
protects it.
protects a solid. If you've ever been to a gold leaf factory where they do sheets of gold.
Oh my gosh, the wind blows and it falls apart.
Oh my goodness, you can tear it by going.
Right.
You can literally rip it in half and send it to the heavens.
Sure.
Okay, with just that. So you take what is literally a sheet of 24 karat gold, a transactable size of, and people say, what do you mean by a transactable size? Look, if you have a 1 ounce gold coin, that's fantastic. Okay, it's like today $1,400 worth of gold. Okay, for a gold coin, which is great if someday you want to spend a gold coin. You know,
sure.
It's great if you want to buy a car if gold goes to $20,000 an ounce. But what if you want to buy a loaf of bread? And while this is not legal tender, understand people put this away with those kind of thoughts in mind. And so what you have is you have a size that you can carry around. You have and you understand it's a when people see this. Show this to anybody. They go, real solid 20. You can assay this, and we did. We send this to an assayer. They melt it down. And they send us back the gold. And it's exactly the same amount of gold every time. And that's the other thing. Before this, when you have things that aren't like this, but they've tried to like gold, and it's usually golden colored,
right.
They call it golden. This is actual physical 24 karat gold. Actual physical 24 karat gold that you can own, like I said, for as little as $18 a piece. Okay.
Look at that shot.
No, well, here's the thing. And people going, well, you know,
amazing.
what's the gold here? Well, I'm going to reach over here.
You want all of them?
Let me have this. People are saying, so this gold right here, this is literally thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in gold. I mean, this is all 24 karat gold. This is thousands of dollars of 24 karat gold in this note form that we're doing. It's also a limited edition that we have for these. There's only so many of these that'll be made in 2015 that you're going to have. I love the looks on these, and that camera shot we were getting.
Yeah, that was
that is the look. Ooh. That's because it's 24 karat gold. Rob's just over there. Just try to keep them on the table.
Okay, I can do that.
Just try to keep them on the table. That's all I'm asking at this point. And so they're spectacular, and you can buy one, you can buy 5. Now, one thing is, and of all the things, I just literally flew these in for samples.
Right.
And see, we get a design on them because we literally print this, you know, atom by atom.
But it's a proprietary process no one else has.
The machine to do this is almost $4 million.
Oh my Lord.
For the machine to literally make this. Now, the other thing that I don't have here, and I fault myself, of course, is each one of these, whether you buy 1 or 5 or 10, comes in an individual sleeve. Mm-hmm. So you don't get them kind of like this. You know, I hate that thing. So how are you going to do it? Each one comes in an individual sleeve that I, of course, forgot to bring in because I was so happy to get the notes with this. I had 2,000 notes last time. Of course, we sold those plus all the other notes that we had in stock and ready to go. With that, you buy 1, you buy 5, and if you buy the 5s or the 10s, we have the little bands, so we band the notes for you so that you can get this.
I think it's a great idea for the holidays. I mean, if you are trying to think about stocking stuffers, I mean, if you get the 10-pack, the 10 notes, you're going to save $19.60 versus just buying 10 of them individually. So you're going to save the more you buy. So whether it's the 5-pack or the 10-pack, you're going to be able to save, especially on that 10-pack, which I know is always the most limited, so be sure to take advantage of that. I'll double check. Allison, I think on the single, we have far less. So we have 500 of the single for $19.95. But if you're commemorating something in 2016, maybe it's the birth of a child, it's graduation, it's a wedding, it's something special that happened to you in 2016. What a fun little way just to have a little note. It says 2016 on it. You know, you get it at home, and this is 24 karat gold. And think about, remember, Mike, I don't know if you've been here a while, but we used to sell pendants where the gold would be floating inside, like a little clear like resin, and the gold flakes would be floating inside.
This has more gold. There's even more gold in each one of these.
Right.
So there's your 5-pack.
But we spent, those were hundreds of dollars just for a tiny little pendant.
No, well, and if you look at gold, the smallest little gold thing that we do is I have a little tiny piece of gold from Palau. That's $100.
I remember that. Yep.
And generally speaking, if you want to get basically $17.99 worth of gold, you need a miner's helmet and a jeweler's loop and a room with no air conditioning conditioning in it or you'll just lose it. And so the cool part about this is you get 24 karat gold. So you get 5 24 karat gold sheets, and each one of these sheets is a solid sheet of 24 karat gold. That's the amazing part. That has then been done. It's then been coated in this polyethylene so to protect it, so that like I said, it stays in this phenomenal transactable size. And so you buy 1, 5, and 10 is the most popular number for these. We have literally people that buy 5 or 6 or 7 of the 10 counts that come with that. Like I said, each one is individually has an individual holder with that, and there's Robin with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and with me all this thousands of dollars worth of gold sitting out here. And like I said, just an absolutely spectacular opportunity for you to be able to get solid sheets of gold for as little as $17.99. It has never been done before.
Well, and look, I mean, this doesn't look pretty, but if you've got little kids you want to give something fun to, I mean, this 24 karat gold, come on.
How about that for show and tell?
Exactly. So 086603 is your item number. Now, over 500 have already been spoken for our Roosevelt bullion. Now, let me tell you something. At $189.95, Allison, what do we have, 100 left? That is it. You know what? I was looking at this while you were presenting the other coins, Mike, and I was thinking, for people who love Western movies.
Oh, there you go.
Would that not be cool?
That's a Western movie on a coin right there.
Exactly. I love it. Okay, Mike, why is this coin so important right now?
Well, it just was released, for one. And the other thing is amongst and I have under 100 of these left now, and amongst the 5-ounce coins, many of the parks people don't necessarily recognize. With the Teddy Roosevelt, 5 ounces pure silver in every single coin, a limited edition from the United States government, Teddy Roosevelt on the coin that you're going to have looking out over the Badlands of North Dakota. Over 500 sold, less than 100 remaining, less than 100 remaining, the largest silver coin ever made by the United States government. Folks, this is one of the great collectibles just released. If you're one of the thousands of people that bought the 5-ounce America the Beautiful from us in the past, great addition to your collection right there. And your way to keep it going in 2016.
Exactly. And if you're like me, as I start to get older, I can't see as well. Yeah. And these large coins, it's nice. I can actually see what's on the coin. And if you know, just like the quarters, Mike, I mean, how did they choose what represents on these? Like,
well, it's a Citizens Advisory Committee that does
cool,
that. The CIC committee decides what to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're so cool. So I hope you're getting yours. Less than 100 left. We're going to check in with Curtis Stone and see what he's got cooking in the kitchen.
You don't have to be a trained chef to cook a fantastic meal. The key to great cuisine starts with great ingredients, prepared in the simplest way possible. And when combined with the right kitchen solutions, cooking can be satisfying, creative, and fun. I'm Curtis Stone, and I'm passionate about food.
Don't miss the return of Curtis Stone's Kitchen Solutions, only on HSN.
So funny. Mike said we had these all.
I got these all stacked. I got something else to sell here. I'm just so excited. We're talking about the gold.
Where's my
notes.
purse? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're going to mention
let's take a look at that.
The Silver Eagle. Now, this is brand new. This is so hot off the presses. We don't even have a sample to show you, and over 400 and something have already been spoken for.
I think might be over 500 now. Here's what it comes down to, folks. This is the most eagerly anticipated coin of the year. The government finally announced it. We've got the opportunity so you can get yours. It's the 30th anniversary American Proof Eagle. You see the 30th anniversary on the edge there. It took them, usually they release this coin in January or February, but for the 30th anniversary, they did edge lettering. They've never done that for any of the anniversary editions before. It's only on the Proof Eagle right now. And the Proof Eagle, so the regular Mint State Eagle does not have the 30th anniversary edge lettering.
Coin.
The only edge lettered 30th anniversary coin that the Mint has released today is going to be this coin. We've got it in perfect first day of issue, exclusive to us here at HSN. You're getting yours. We've got over 450 of them sold is what it comes down to. But here's the other thing. If you get it now, You get the grading certificate good for 2 free certifications, as you can see right there. And if you add those 2 free certifications with the Red Oak presentation box, you've got almost a $50 bonus. Almost a $50 bonus.
Right.
Folks, 30th anniversary. By the way, the first day of issue available exclusively from us. Annex first day of issue available exclusively from us here at HSN.
Remember, if you're
please,
a coin collector here at HSN, the only time we do grading certificates is with our Today Special one time a year. So we're kind of breaking that little momentum that we got going there, and that's something special we're doing for the release of the 30th anniversary. So take advantage of that. Now, we've had a lot of exciting brand new launches for you this evening for you to be able to take advantage of in our HSN Vault Coin Collector. Now we're going to talk about the Standing Liberty. This is like an encore presentation. Over 130 of these have already been spoken for. But solid 24 karat gold, Mike. This is exquisite, rare, collectible, stunning. Everything. I mean, it is the cat's meow.
It's all that and more.
It is, right?
It's all that and more.
That's why you get so
the
excited.
United States government 100 years ago decided to end the barber dime, quarter, and half dollar, kind of actually inadvertently and incorrectly. But thank goodness they did, because they gave us 3 of the most beautiful coins ever minted by the United States government: the Mercury dime, the Standing Liberty quarter, and the Walking Liberty half dollar. Fast forward 100 years till today, the United States Mint decides to commemorate the centennial of 3 of the most popular and beautiful coins ever made by the United States government. And they decided to do that centennial in solid 24 karat gold. And that's what you have sitting here in front of you. Solid 24 karat gold Standing Liberty quarter. It was just released. We've got first day of issue. It is exclusive to us here at HSN. It's special in many different ways and on many different levels. First of all, it's the only Standing Liberty quarter, and make no mistake, it is an actual Standing Liberty quarter. So it's not a reprint or a restrike. It's just an actual physical Standing Liberty quarter that happens to be done at the West Point Mint for the very first time, and in solid 24 karat gold yet again. Okay? So this is, and if you remember the Mercury dime, we had the solid gold Mercury dime that was the first coin in the series. We've sold about 1,650 of those, and we sold those at $499. This coin has got 2.5 times the gold, has got 2.5 times the gold, but we're only double the price. So you're basically getting 25% more gold intrinsic value. The United States Mint only did 100,000 of these coins, and they did it in the original design, in what you call, it's half draped in essence. So in other words, I
thought that was so fascinating, that story.
Yeah, and so when they originally released this in a very neoclassical design, so if we kind of get in close, you can see that Liberty is just kind of half draped. Her bosom is showing on the right-hand side. And at the time, that was a bit risque.
Right.
So by 1917, they covered it. Right. And actually, they covered it in chainmail. Okay,
that is crazy.
So that's the fully draped or Type 2 version.
When did they change that?
1917, the very next year.
Okay, so the very next year.
The very next year, yeah, they did that, and it was a partial way through the year. There's a few 1917s that are like half draped. Is what we'll call it, half drape. But they did the original design.
You can only imagine how much those go for.
Yes, that's right. Oh, well, they actually sell for significant amounts of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is what I imagine, because it's Type 1. And from the numismatic standpoint, you have Type 1, Type 2. The Type 1s are far rarer. So this is literally a Type 1 Standing Liberty quarter because it's half draped. And they've done it in solid 24 karat gold, limited it to 100,000 coins total, which is a fantastic limited edition, an amazingly limited edition that we've got with that. And then you've got the Liberty that you're going to have. It is just one of those opportunities that I think is spectacular.
So, Mike, is this for the 100th anniversary of Lady Liberty?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, not of Lady Liberty, but of this coin.
Of this coin.
Standing Liberty.
Yes, Standing
the
Liberty.
Standing Liberty quarter, done in solid gold then. Now, here's the other part of this, okay? This coin was only made for 15 years. It's one of the most short-lived of all American coins because they started the Washington quarter, okay, in 1932. And that was a big deal, okay, to start the quarter in 1932. They really wanted to do that for Washington. So this coin has not been made in 85 years. So they made it for 15 years and then one time again now in 2016. Obviously, none of the other ones were done in solid gold. I've got 145 of these already sold, and we are just debuting this coin today.
It's brand new today.
It is brand new today, as you see right there. It is, I think, just one of the great coins. It is one of my favorite designs. It may well be, actually, my favorite modern issue coin design.
Really?
Well, it's so classical. I mean, it's so Roman, and if you look at the intricacies of the coin, the draping of Lady Liberty, to the shield that she carries protecting America that you see right there, the olive branch of peace, yet the shield of war that she's carrying, and then, of course, the stylized Roman columns that you have on either side that she's leaning against. And the problem is the original coin, it's very detailed. The original coin, this area down here, but the date and her feet were the highest point of the coin. So even in very nice examples, those are worn. Those are worn out and, in essence, worn flat, is unfortunately what the issue is. If you look right down there at her right foot, you should see the mint mark. Very tiny itty-bitty W down there. It's right next to the last star. It's there.
I see it now.
You see it now?
Yeah,
there's a little tiny itty-bitty W, and that's where all the mint marks were on this coin. Very interesting to have them on the front of the coin. They were almost always on the reverse of the coin in the old coins like that.
Yeah. Can you show the eagle on the reverse, Mike?
Yeah.
Because the eagle just soars.
Well,
I mean,
it's one of the few times. Yeah, we don't see oftentimes in American coinage the eagle in flight. Okay, the eagle in flight is a big deal in American coinage, and this is no different, okay? And then we have the eagle in flight. And you brought this up. We showed this a little bit last hour as we're approaching 150 of these sold, that the detail that goes into the eagle, the feathers of the eagle, and the fact that you have an eagle in full flight, which is very unusual in United States coinage, and then done, and one of the questions we have coming in, so they go, so this is plated in 24.
No.
This is a solid 24 karat gold coin. There's a full 1/4 ounce of pure 24 karat gold in this coin, almost 8 full grams of 24 karat gold. The rough equivalent would be 12 grams of 18 karat gold, the better part of 15 grams of 14 karat gold. Now, I don't know how you calculate your gold, but it is pure 24 karat gold. It is a limited edition coin that the United States government only made 100,000 of. The Mercury dime, they made 125,000. So this coin is one rarer than the Mercury dime. You get, from an intrinsic standpoint, 25% more gold than we did on the Mercury dime. For that, we have 150 sold now that you're going to have. And then you've got this at under $1,000. How about the shipping and handling for $5? I know I don't ever mention that.
No,
well, that's
but
pretty
it's good,
a
right?
nice
That's a new
$1,000
thing.
gold coin for $5 shipping. I really like that. Of course, comes with the red oak presentation box. Just a spectacular opportunity. And by the by, in first day of issue, 70 Annex, of course, available exclusively from us at HSN, which means you absolutely, positively, guaranteed cannot pay less for this coin than $999. I like that. When I have the comfort of knowing, okay, I'm getting, for this coin right here, the absolute best possible deal. You simply cannot buy Annex first day of issue for a penny cheaper than $999.95. And so that is comforting for collectors as well.
Well, and I think, Mike, we talked about this last hour with so many of you calling in to get this. If you're going to be spending nearly almost $1,000, you want to shop at a reputable place. You want to be able to buy something that HSN, we just didn't pop up yesterday. We've been in business for 39 years. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's just a footnote, but you get the red oak presentation box coming included. Everything you need. If there's any questions, any concerns, you always have a 30-day money-back guarantee to get it at home. That is why over 150 now have been spoken for. This is like the pinnacle of all collecting, to be able to own 24 karat gold, and what a spectacular coin it is. And it's highest possible grading, guys. Think about 24 karat gold, how malleable it is, how difficult it is to get such, I mean, it's like a work of art. It's gorgeous. So we're gonna leave that available. This is a 5-minute special, and we are going to
I want to make sure that we have enough time to spend some more time on the proof gold, proof silver coin.
Perfect. Well, let's dive in here then.
So
Mike.
yeah, let's make sure that we do that. Okay. Very simple. In the 20th century, as you can see right here, 3 coins. We have the last 3 silver half dollars made by the United States government. Okay. We've got the Kennedy half. We got the Franklin half, and I have the Walking Liberty. Now, the Walking Liberty is a big deal. They're going to be doing that in solid gold a little bit later this year. I mean, that's the 3rd coin in the trilogy of the Mercury Dime, the Standing Liberty Quarter, and then the Walking Liberty. We're going to do our best to keep that coin under $2,000.
I didn't know they were doing a whole trilogy.
Yeah,
How did I miss that part?
I don't know. I talked about it just about 3 minutes ago.
Oh. Why do you got to point that out, Mike?
I don't know.
I was listening, I swear.
Remember, they ended the barber quarter dime in half.
Yeah, but never mind. Let's talk about this. Right.
So what you've got is the Kennedy half dollar in here is the 1964 silver. We then have the silver Franklin, which they did, of course, only in silver. And then we have the Walking Liberty half dollar. And the key to this is their original brilliant uncirculated. Now, if you go to the nationally advertised catalog, which of course I did, they sell just the Walker for $95. Okay? They sell this coin right over here for $56 and this coin for $46 is what they do. So basically you can get this one and these are a bonus. You can buy these 2 and this is a bonus any way that you want to do this. But what you're going to get, and the key to it, and this one, I'm going to put this right up here just so I can show you very quickly. The reverses. And there's, see, normally I said, remember where I was showing you the eagle in flight? It's usually we've got a sitting eagle is what we've got right there. Isn't that spectacular? Look at that. And they are absolutely stunning, gem, brilliant, uncirculated. This coin was last made in 1947, folks. So you get original gem, brilliant, uncirculated. 1964 Kennedy, the Franklin, all 3 of them in silver for $33 a coin.
That's what I was going to ask you, because it was like $33 a coin. That just seems like a really good deal.
It's a really good deal considering this is about a $100 coin. So anyway, we're just going to give you a quick look at that because I think by popular demand, I think we have to.
That's right.
We have to spend a little bit of time on the proof silver eagle. Ooh,
and we have 3 flexible payments on the 3 half dollars, so take advantage of that. But before we do that, we would love to share with you something else. We have our football fan shop has officially launched, officially kicked off, and we have our officially licensed NFL fleece throw. This is huge, you guys. You can snuggle underneath this and stay warm. It's 66 by 90, and it's $29.95. Who's your favorite team? You have 11 of them? I think I have 4 or 5, but you have me beat.
Steelers.
But you've Steelers. Yeah. No, just kidding.
Sorry.
I'm a Giants fan, but no matter if
you shouldn't give us Steelers. I mean, I understand that if you were a Bengals fan, but I mean, as a Giants fan, I mean, you know.
Hey, listen, we all have our teams, and we have your team for you. So if you'd like to check that out on hsn.com, please do. I didn't really mean blah. But, okay, this is going to be a 3-minute special. We've got 4, now Mike's just picking on me. We've got 4 flexible payments of $44.99 to get it at home. Mike, this has been highly anticipated, the 30th anniversary launch of the Silver Eagle, but this has edge lettering. It's brand new.
Here's the thing. I mean, I don't even have the sample ready in-house.
And we've sold 500
of them already
No
gone.
Sample to show you, and we've sold 500.
They're trying to follow me, and I'm like, sometimes you guys don't see that, but when I talk, sometimes I wander, and it's kind of tough for me. So this is the 30th anniversary. This is by far and away the most, even you take into account the gold coins, the gold Mercuries, the gold Standing Liberty quarters, and Robin, the gold Walking Liberty half dollars that we have coming out. Very eagerly anticipated. The Ronald Reagan reverse proof coin, all that. The 30th anniversary, because they did the 10th anniversary Silver Eagle is a $10,000 coin. The 20th anniversary Silver Eagle is a $1,000 coin. Well, this is the 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle that's got the lettering, and not $10,000, not $1,000, $179, and it has the edge lettering on it. And you are going to get it certified first day of issue. You are going to get it guaranteed 70 condition. Okay?
Which is the highest.
Which is the highest, certified perfect. It is exclusive and annexed first day of issue to us here at HSN. Now, additionally, if we want to look at this, you can see that it's on hsn.com. It's going to have a certificate good for 2 free coin certifications. With that and the red oak presentation box that it comes in, folks, that is a $50 extra value bonus, whatever it is, part of the deal. You count it any way you want to count it. So basically brings this coin to $129.95.
And we normally only do the certificate only one time a year. So
That's
we're
right.
breaking from that because this is so special.
So special. Last year's coin, which was unremarkable other than the fact that it was the 29th year, okay, the 30th year, was we sold 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 of those for actually about this price, without the bonuses, without the other stuff, without the 30th anniversary. Folks, we have got over 500 spoken for, and I've spent 4 or 5 minutes on it. It is right now, every single phone line is extraordinarily busy. Go right to hsn.com. Please, please, please order multiples of these. This is your first look. With hsn.com, I'm assuming 1,000 to 1,500 of these will be sold very shortly. And folks, great opportunity.
You can't go to the Mint and get FlexPay. They don't have FlexPay.
Or certified.
Or certified.
Or first day of issue. Or perfect. Or grading certificates. Or boxes.
Is he excited or what?
It's a cool thing.
It is a cool thing. Hey, I'm excited about the edge lettering as well. So get yours like I'm getting mine, and get the 2-coin grading certificate, which we normally only do once a year, but this is a special 30th anniversary coin, the Silver Eagle. Take advantage, over 500 spoken for. We do have 4 flexible payments as well to get that at home. Thank you. I hope you feel better, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, great job. All right, have a blessed night, everyone. Stay tuned. I see Adam in the wings. Gonna go shopping with him next. Stay tuned.